Today on the Outer World Workshop, we're making an Andor-inspired telephone. Hey Outer Worlders, and welcome to the Outer World Workshop. And today, we're going to be making another panel that I also made for the challenge on the Facebook group. But this time, this is not the one that I submitted because I had to pick one of them. So I submitted the one that I did in the last video. And if you haven't seen it, it's up here. Oh, here. And this is the second one I made. And this is mostly made out of EVA foam because I want to get back into it. Because I started out making cosplay and using a lot of EVA foam and EVA foam floor mats. And this is the second panel that I made for the Andor-inspired panel challenge. And the inspiration for this one came when Andor was making a call to Ferrex, trying to communicate with his mother. And he used a public telephone, and kind of what looks like a public telephone in the Star Wars world. And that's what I use. And this is a picture right here of what it looks like. And since I had some constraints on the size, it's my version, a smaller version of this telephone. So let's see how I did it. So I measured out the panel size that was predetermined by the challenge out of this EVA foam floor mat. Always remembering to sharpen the knife between cuts. I use a broken ring light to mark and cut out the circular form that it has on the top and on the bottom. And with this little cup, I pulled out one of the pieces so we can make the ring that's on the top of kind of like a map. And then cut out some details out of thinner EVA foam. I mark out where all the pieces are going to go, always sharpening the knife between cuts of the EVA foam. I mark them and prepare them to be glued onto the panel. I cut out the center part, that's also where the map is going to be. So I used some mesh here on this part that's going to be kind of like a microphone and glued it in with CA glue. And to put all the EVA foam parts together, I use contact cement. Remember to do this in a well-ventilated area and to use also some mask. I use some edging, half-round EVA foam for some details. I cut out some more pieces of EVA foam floor mat, and this is to box in the panel so it could look like a phone. I mark where I need to Dremel because since this has a texture in the back, it's good to just Dremel it out so the glue can stick better. And then I use some more contact cement to just glue everything together. I put a coat of Plasti Dip on it to seal the foam. Then using a face shield and some pinstriping, I make a pattern kind of like a map or a graphic so I can insert it in the circle portion of the panel. painted with some black tape, and when I peel off the pinstriping, it has some kind of a graphic. So using some acrylic paints, I paint some details on it and start installing all the other pieces. I use some screws and just drill into the foam, put some CA glue in it, and just push the screws right in. And also cut out a piece where the coins or the credits will be, so we can use this public phone. And now looking at the reference, I saw that the back portion was a little bit brighter, so I'm using some white acrylic paints watered down so it could give like a whitewash to the whole back of the panel. And also using the reference, I see all the greeblies, so I use a hard drive motor and some googly eyes painted silver as the buttons and controls of the public telephone. And I dab out the excess of the white acrylic paint. Make some holes in the panel so I can put in some LED lights. And also using this piece that has LEDs on it that came off a radio, I put it in the panel where the graphic of the map is going to go. So I put in the map, and I use some packing material to diffuse the light, put in the ring light, and connect everything together to a 9-volt battery. I used this switch, but then I noticed that it was turning off and it was damaged, so I switched it out for this other switch. I made a small box out of some scrap EVA foam floor mat for the battery. And using some PVC panel that I had laying around, I marked out all the edge and also a door, and cut out access door in the back of the panel so I can change out the batteries and also access the LEDs if I need to. Using some tape as a hinge and as a pull, and I glue everything together with contact cement. So now let's see this panel in its place. And there you have it, a public telephone inspired by the Andor series. So now I can call my mom. Hello?
Sweetheart.
Hey,
you got
Mom.
broken fingers, you can't punch my number? 17 messages. And don't tell me your machine is broken again, those things are good for 1,000 years. You miserable bastard, I never should have pushed you out. I was in labor for days and this is how you repay me? I should have just gotten a robot.
So as you can see, I use different materials. I'm trying to get back to materials that I used to use before. And I started, like I said in the beginning, doing cosplay, and I used a lot of this EVA foam floor mat. And I had a couple of them just hanging around, so I wanted to use this material that I had. And to present to you other ways you can make different props. You can use foam, or you can even use cardboard. Like the panel that I did the last video, you can also make that out of cardboard. Just use any material that you have on hand, and I'm sure you'll get inspired to make more things and use other materials so you can create more stuff that's out of this world. So thank you once again for being here with us in the Outer World Workshop. And remember to give it a like on the bottom and subscribe if you haven't subscribed already, and share this video so other people can enjoy it. And also, if they like it, they can subscribe to the channel. And remember that we have also a Patreon. So those of you that want to help us in that way, the link is on the bottom. And we also have a merch shop that also the link is in the bottom. You can get t-shirts, stickers, and a lot of other stuff with the Outer World Workshop logo and a lot of other stuff on there. So thank you once again, and hope to see you in the next one when we make something out of this world.